this week's blog. I'm Leanne from Bodyshot Performance. This week's blog's all about why I've started drinking goat's milk to improve my digestion. And here's the story behind this. A few weeks ago I drove 400 miles round trip to West Wales to meet someone called Shan Jones of a company called Chuckling Goat. Now I discovered them on Facebook, and I look after my health very carefully, as anyone that knows me will know. I think I do really well with sleep, mental health is pretty good, my energy's good, my body composition good, digestion not so much, fitness obviously is great as well. So it really kind of bothered me, and the issues I was having with digestion were acid reflux, belching after certain foods, particularly sugary or refined sugary foods. So I kind of wanted to get to the bottom of this. So when I saw this Facebook ad for Chuckling Goat, I was intrigued. And they were advertising something called goat milk kefir. And this is a combination of kefir grains and goat's milk made in a traditional Russian way. So I was intrigued. I clicked the link. Before I thought I'd purchase some of the kefir, I actually wanted to go down and see Shan and find out a bit more about the Chuckling Goat story. So I made this 400-mile round trip. And what I found when I got there is a farm in kind of deepest, darkest West Wales with about 15 barn cats, over 20 goats. I mean, it's an incredible place. And they make all of this goat milk kefir on site at the farm. A bit about Shan's story. She was actually an American journalist and talk show host. She used to broadcast every evening to over 1 million listeners. She came across with her then husband to Wales. That marriage dissolved, but she re-met somebody else, Rich, a Welsh farmer, and they got together, and her son Benji got sick. He had a bronchial infection. So she said to her husband, "What should we do?" And he said, "Well, let's get a goat." And slightly perplexed as to why a goat was going to help with his bronchial infection, she questioned whether he was being serious. But he said he was, and that in fact the bacteria in the goat milk are very, very good for bronchial infections, but also for autism even, autoimmune conditions like eczema and asthma, skin conditions. So it's actually very, very powerful. It's also quite powerful for mental health. There's a strong correlation between the gut and the brain. It's actually called the gut-brain axis. And some people even believe that our first brain is in the gut, and the profound influence that these bacteria can have. So Shan then created this goat milk kefir, gave it to her son Benji, he got better, and she was left with a load of goat milk in the fridge. And that's where she came about the idea of producing this to help other people with some of those conditions that I've just mentioned. So when I got down there, I interviewed her, and you can actually watch that interview on Facebook Live if you're a member of our green room. Otherwise, jump onto the Bodyshot Performance page on Facebook and you'll be able to see that interview from a few weeks ago. So we talk a lot about the benefits of the kefir, but I started taking it. About 4 weeks ago, I started taking about 170 ml. So it's a very poor analogy, but it's about the size of a small glass of wine, so a little tumbler of kefir every single day, and it has really helped me. I noticed that the belching has diminished. It's not gone completely, but if I cut out some of the foods that I'm intolerant to, like for example lactose, then I find that it's almost entirely gone. And I really feel like I'm starting to repopulate that gut bacteria, and there's tests that I can do to confirm whether or not that's the case. And the reason that the goat milk is so much more beneficial is it doesn't contain a protein called A1 casein, which cow's milk does, and many of us, but not all, are intolerant to that particular protein. But it's also a live product, so this contains real and live bacteria, and that's where it differs for probiotics. So basically what's changed for me is I don't have so much of the belching anymore. I feel like my digestion's a little bit more settled. And generally speaking, I'm pleased that I'm addressing that kind of final frontier, if you like, of my health, which was digestion. So if you want to get your hands on this stuff, it's not the best tasting stuff in the whole world, and that's nothing to do with the brand, it's simply the nature of the kefir. But if you want to give this a try, I really recommend doing so, particularly if you've got any of those conditions that we talked about. I will post a link on the blog post which this is derived from. So if you read the long form, you'll see a custom link at the bottom, and you use the code BODYSHOT, BODYSHOT, to get 15% off any of their products before the end of December. And they also do a soap, which is made of lavender and essential oils, which is very, very good for skin. My skin has been much softer since I started using that. And in fact, I'm using that as well to wash my hair and face. So everything is now done with a soap. So very, very minimal chemicals, which I love. They also do a skin lotion, which I'm using, which again is based on lavender, essential oils, and the goat milk kefir. So it's really great stuff. Check it out. Let us know what you think about it. I know a few of you in the green room have already been trying this stuff. So keep us posted on how you get on with it. And as ever, if you've got questions, email me at Leanne, Leanne, @bodyshotperformance.com. Thanks for watching.